Picture this, a small darkened cabin in the wilderness. The only light comes from a flickering oil lantern. Outside, unseen creatures shriek and howl as they circle your shelter. Rocks smash against the walls. Heavy thuds shake the foundation. Your heart pounds as you grip your rifle, knowing it's your only defense against an unknown adversary lurking in the darkness. This may sound like a scene from a horror movie, but it's actually a chilling account of the Ape Canyon Bigfoot encounter, one of the most famous and controversial incidents in cryptozoology. In 1924, a group of miners claimed they were besieged inside a small cabin in a remote gorge of Washington's Mount St. Helens by a group of violent, rock-hurling Sasquatch. Their story would become a cornerstone of Bigfoot folklore, sparking endless debate between skeptics and believers. Ape Canyon, nestled high in the Cascade Mountain Range, is a narrow chasm with sheer rock walls plunging down 200 feet on either side. The canyon's name originated from local indigenous legends about cannibalistic mountain devils inhabiting the area. These stories, dismissed by early European settlers, may have contained a kernel of truth. As miners, loggers, and adventurers pushed into the region, peculiar reports of unidentified creatures and eerie sounds began to surface. Footprints with an unnatural, human-like shape appeared around remote campsites, fueling uneasy rumors. In July 1924, a group of 5 miners, including Fred Beck and Marion Smith, were working a claim near Ape Canyon. One afternoon, Beck and Smith spotted a bizarre creature standing upright near the tree line. Beck described it as an ape-like animal covered in blackish-brown hair, standing at least 7 feet tall. Smith fired his rifle at the beast, apparently striking it 3 times, but it fled into the forest. That night, chaos descended. Around midnight, the miners were jolted awake by a massive blow against their cabin. Stones and boulders pelted the walls as the structure shuddered under the brute force. Beck claimed to see several hulking, hair-covered creatures circling the cabin. The men exchanged fire with their assailants, but the attack continued in waves all night long. According to Beck's account, the creatures hurled rocks through the roof, even managing to tear a hole in the door and briefly grab an axe. Their unearthly screams and putrid smell filled the air during the pandemonium. As dawn approached, the harrowing assault finally ceased, and the shaken miners hastily fled down the mountainside. News of the incident spread rapidly, appearing in newspapers like the Oregonian. The miners' credibility was noted, given their reputation as seasoned outdoorsmen. Physical evidence seemed to corroborate their claims, including damage to the cabin, gigantic footprints, and enormous devil stones littering the site. Investigators observed that the footprints precisely matched those described by Beck, with a human-like shape and 4 stubby toes. Beck even displayed 2 misshapen .30 caliber bullets extracted from his rifle stock, claiming they came from shooting one of the creatures. While the other miners largely corroborated Beck's account, his story evolved dramatically over time. In 1967, he released a booklet claiming the ape men were interdimensional beings, contrasting with his original description of flesh and blood animals. Investigations into the incident produced mixed results. U.S. Forest Service rangers found the cabin battered and strewn with gigantic boulders, along with enormous humanoid tracks. However, they concluded the tracks could have been faked, and found no creature carcasses where Beck claimed to have shot one dead. Alternative theories emerged, including the possibility of a prank by nearby railroad workers or local teens. In 2013, researcher Mark Meyersel announced he had located the long-lost cabin site, potentially providing new avenues for study. Despite lingering doubts, the Ape Canyon incident left an indelible mark on cryptozoology. It remains one of the most famous Bigfoot-related events, referenced frequently in books and documentaries. The publicity surrounding the encounter transformed Ape Canyon into a destination for adventurers, researchers, and curiosity seekers hoping to spot the elusive beasts. Analyzing the evidence presents a complex picture. The footprints provide the strongest potential proof, with wildlife officials confirming they did not match any known animal. The cabin damage also raises questions, as the described structural damage implies tremendous focused force. From a psychological standpoint, while hoaxes are possible, mass hysteria seems unlikely given the men's experience level. Their extreme reaction appears reasonable if confronted by an actual unknown danger. Ultimately, the Ape Canyon incident represents the quintessential Bigfoot legend, equal parts enthralling and maddening. The sheer drama of the tale captures our imagination, yet the lack of definitive proof means it remains suspended in uncertainty. What truly happened in that lonely gorge back in 1924 may never be known. We're left to sift through a mosaic of clues, seeking the truth hidden within legend and hearsay. The ambiguous evidence allows room for endless interpretation and debate. Perhaps the most rational view lies between extremes, acknowledging that some strange events defy easy explanation, even as our critical thinking kicks in. The Ape Canyon incident doesn't require a definitive verdict to remain compelling. Its elusive truth may always lurk just out of view, like Bigfoot itself, a symbol of nature's unknowns and our enduring quest to understand the world around us.